Being a medium that is full of tons of stories based around schools, there is no surprise that there are tons of school bullies in the anime realm. Doesn't matter whether it's emotional or physical bullying, it's still the most horrible thing someone can do. Bullying in anime tends to go wrong in the most satisfying and bloodiest ways possible. Sometimes it gets too intense, and the victim just couldn't handle the pain anymore. Seeing them get revenge can be more satisfying than taking a cold shower on a hot day. Here are the moments in anime where the bullies got what they deserved. But before we start, be sure to subscribe to our channel, press that bell icon, and send us all to be notified about our latest videos. Coming in at number 7, we have Saki-chan from Fruits Basket 2019. Reflecting on Saki's past, she was gifted with psychic abilities that could sense people's waves and send out electric waves. As a young soul, she had a hard time controlling her abilities. The bullies just made everything worse, but they deserved it anyways. This pure, innocent girl goes to school only to be called a witch. Those bullies just won't leave her alone. The poor girl couldn't even enjoy a meal. It's like she's living in hell, being forced to eat living animals, or literally being burned or scarred by her so-called classmates who were absolute devils. Enough is enough. Everything has a limit. It's time for my girl to get her revenge. It wasn't the most satisfying revenge, but for real, though, seeing those bullies suffer and be in pain was more entertaining than watching fight scenes in most shonen anime. Not to mention, it was so badass when Saki snapped. She wished death upon them. I honestly wish Saki had done more than this because the bullies truly deserve to live a life in hell. Coming in at number 6, we have Magical Girl Raising Project. Seriously though, what is up with Magical Girl anime and giving them dark pasts? Kano is one of the most badass characters with such a dark backstory, which made us understand why she became so violent. These bullies had the audacity to compare her to her mother. This poor girl goes to school just to be called ugly names and molested by her own classmates. I honestly thought she would get some peace at home, but I was wrong. Her lecherous stepfather only added another layer of pressure in her life. Just like I said, everything has a limit, and boy, was it beyond satisfying when she finally snapped and gave those bullies a nice punch in the face, especially the moment she kicked that pervert. This is a good example of why you shouldn't underestimate a woman. Coming in at number 5, we have Rika-chan from Higurashi When They Cry Rei. Violence is never the answer, but apparently in this show, it is. I really do like Satoko, but the Satoko of this world had it coming. I'd call it karmic justice delivered in response to her careless attitude. It's hilarious how she got beaten up twice in the classroom with chairs, once thanks to Shion and now thanks to Rika. It's pretty much understandable that Satoko acts like this because of her abusive family, but it doesn't give her permission to hurt other people. The scene is always amusing, but it strikes me how out of character it is for Rika. From my point of view, she was always a deep thinker with a lot of inner monologues. Here, she just loses it and demonstrates pure violence. I can tell that this is everyone's favorite scene in Higurashi. It gets even more intense when Rika's voice changes as she gets serious. Honestly, the scene deserves a spot in oddly satisfying compilations. Coming, Magical Girl's Sight. I don't understand why it always has to be the soft and gentle-looking lolly girl who has to go through such a horrible experience in life. Aya gets herself into trouble, having her school shoes ruined in the locker, her school table vandalized, drowned in the toilet, punched, kicked, and even choked by her brother Kaname, who wants Aya to help him relieve his stress from their father's expectations. She has no reason for them to treat her like a harmless punching bag. Thanks to the Magical Girl's sight, which gave her a toy gun with a heart barrel, she was able to save herself. And not just that, karma is real, bro. It doesn't take long for it to happen either. In a split second, those psychopaths were run over by a train. In my opinion, they do deserve death, but it would have been more entertaining to see them tormented and suffering day by day, until death. Not a quick one like this. But I hope that once they're in hell, they would get horribly tortured and never come back to Earth again. Coming in at number 3, we have Hirako from Shadow Star Naruto. Here comes a show where the main character has gone mad and loses control. People bully the wrong person, and what do they know? Karma is always coming and following them. After being told she is forbidden to talk to Shiina, her only best friend, in a frenzy of events, Hirako unleashes her dragon child into the world. All sense of judgment clouded by her anger, Hirako uses her hulking beast to take revenge on her overbearing parents, on the bullies who made her life hell, and perhaps even all of mankind. Although the revenge moment on Aki was kind of disgusting and disturbing to watch, it was somewhat satisfying to see what happened to Aki. Her brother being collateral in the process was kind of a bonus. Speaking of her oppressive dad, he certainly deserved what was coming for him. Coming in at number 2, we have Rene Bellinita from Vivid Strike. Here's another reason not to underestimate the victim of bullies. Those maniacs didn't see it coming. They broke an important memento of her grandfather and physically prevented her from seeing her grandfather before he passed away. Worst of all, they destroyed her phone when her mother called. An already emotionally vulnerable Rene finally snaps and goes full doomslayer on her 3 bullies at school the next day, inflicting multiple fractures and leaving them severely traumatized. And loved that ferocious aggression coming from Rene. Watching that sweet revenge surely sent chills down my spine. Those obnoxious Robs were coming along at him again. I don't know about you, but even with how savage it was kind of satisfying. Isn't a lost arm, a concussed head, and another concussed head a fair trade for a grandfather passing away? When you put someone through hell like that, don't be surprised if they come back at you as a demon. If you're expecting cute moe stuff from Vivid Strike, your expectations are way too high. This is not your typical Ero manga sensei type anime. And number 1 goes to Lucy from Elfenlied. Hey, bullying a person, hurting them emotionally and physically is already bad enough, right? But killing their innocent puppy? Bro, that's, up, especially when they're like 11. How can kids that age go this far and be so heartless? I can't even kill a cockroach, bro. These psychopaths call her mean things like horns and say she's not human. But the thing they did to her, the thing they did to that puppy, that poor little puppy, they are more inhuman than her. Do they not have mercy? But just like I mentioned before, karma is a Karma comes out after him, now back in the bully days. I can't describe how much I loved that love field, just like their cold-blooded, soulless bullies. Never in my life would I ever wish death upon children, but these. I can't describe how much I loved it when she finally snapped, causing those psychopaths to explode. And I'm not exaggerating when I say they exploded. They certainly got what they deserved. In my opinion, the girl deserved worse than the boys because she was pretending to be Lucy's friend the whole time. Well, not anymore. Compared to other anime that were mentioned, this one deserves our first spot because the bullying really is on a whole new level. And the revenge was just as brutal and satisfying. Alright everybody, that's it for today. Don't forget to tell me your rankings in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and definitely don't forget to subscribe. If you want to support me, consider becoming a member of the channel and enjoy exclusive content I make for members only. As for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one. Oh.